Alright, welcome back to RPG Maker. Today we are going to learn how to create our first boss encounter. So we are inside the demon castle. If you remember the last video, we were outside. We had a scrolling event. There's the transfer right there that takes us inside onto the first floor. And so this is what the castle looks like. And so you can do boss encounters a couple different ways, and I'll show you multiple ways to do them. The most obvious way is to just put the monster out here. And so what you could do is click on any tile there, go to the images, and then you probably saw there's these monsters, but then if you get the big monsters that look like bosses, this is where the fun is. So we're going to use the boss that we created earlier, which was Ernie. We're going to throw Ernie in here. That probably looks like Ernie, right? Sure. So we'll throw that image in, and just so you can see what it looks like, we'll come back and edit it, but it's going to be a massive icon. The little square doesn't really do it justice. Ernie's a big dude. Just sitting in this back room of his demon castle looking all smug. Right, so there he is. And so you can walk up to him, and what we'll eventually end up doing is it'll trigger a battle. And the terrifying Final Fantasy VII had a couple of these where they had giant spiders and spider webs that in order to progress you had to walk into them. And so you knew this was coming, and you are the one that had to initiate it, which I think is terrifying in a video game when you have to be the one rather than when it's random. So I like doing things like this. So that's one way, and how you would do that is go back to that event, and then all you do is, if you want some text, so maybe Ernie will talk a little trash to you first, assuming he's a character that can talk. You can say, "Oh snap," and then Ernie's gonna say, first we gotta find a character that looks enough like him. And so none of these do. There's the evil ones, they don't either. So you can either find one, or you can create one, or what I like to do is, especially with, this is a demon castle, this is where we can actually use the dim, and we can use the top since it's not narration. It is time to stop. Brian. Right. So here's Ernie running his mouth. That's really all the text we need. And then we'll go, and then we're going to trigger a battle processing. And this is where you're going to need to pick Ernie out. Direct designation, straight from your troops. Don't worry about these, we'll deal with these later. And this is the fun part. Can escape? No, it's a boss. So we're not going to ever click this if it's a boss, because we don't want them to be able to escape. If they can just run away from this, it doesn't do any good. Can lose is a good one. If you want to create this overpowered monster that just eventually ends up winning, it's not going to create a game over. If I click this, if all my characters die, the game's not over. If I don't click it, then they have to beat this character to progress. So this is good if you want to trigger a battle that you're going to end up losing, only so that later on you can win, like maybe before you have to win the game or something. So it's a good idea to do. I'm not going to do it this time. We want you to be able to win. So we're going to do that. Battle processing Ernie. After the battle, we're going to need a switch that turns it over. New event page, self switch A. I'm going to leave this image blank because Ernie's gone, and that's that. Boom. Let's try it. So there he is doing his little handstand, flying upside down. Walk up to him. Oh snap. It's time to stop you. And there he goes. That's Ernie. This big mace. Ernie emerged. So see, I can't escape. It's grayed out. Well, I mean, so background matches the Demon Castle, because this map has, anytime you load a new map, you get to specify the battle back. And so what that means is they chose the bottom and the top. So you can see I can change the bottom and I can change the top. So whichever one best suits the map that you've made, that's what you're going to want to do. So that's one way we can do a boss. The other way is I like having random, like this looks like some type of tile set, but let's just assume it's some tablet. So I'm going to call it tablet boss Ernie. Okay, so there's already an image, so I don't really need to even use an image. But we do need to make sure it is same as characters. So we can make this one a little bit more mysterious. So maybe I'm gonna say, wait, what is this? It looks like it says that I should not be here. I can type. Always preview. Wait, what is this? Looks like it says I should not be here. And then using some of the skills we learned in the previous videos, I am going to shake the screen. Let's make this like super powerful. I'm gonna throw it a weight just for fun. And then let's pretend like a monster's emerging or something. Ernie's finally showing his face from the shadows. Wait, what is this? He's probably just confused because Ernie's armor is neon green, and neon green is like 1996. He's just not up to date. So after he says that, then we're gonna throw in the battle processing. Can escape, can lose, no and no. And then I want to throw in a switch. Let's see, control self switch A, okay. New event page, self switch A, apply. And so we'll test both of these, and just so that we're not here for days, I'm gonna go lower Ernie's HP. It's currently 100. I'm just going to change it to 30. That should hopefully do it. Here we go. Gold, potion found. Brian is now level 2. Leveling up at Ernie's expense. So that was one, and you see that as soon as the boss fight ended, well, it wasn't really much of a fight, but Ernie disappeared because the event switched to day 2, and that's it. So now we're at the tablet. Earthquake. Pause. Battle fight. Boom. So just like that. And if I keep hitting the action button right now, nothing's going to happen because the switch moved over. So that was our boss encounter. So there's a bunch of different ways you can do this. If you don't like the little tablet, you could do a crystal. Another thing that I've done is on basically touching a certain square on player touch event, is if you take this room and you make it completely dark, so find the black tile right here, change to map mode. I'm going to make this room just completely black so that you can't even see in it. So we have no idea what's in it. And all you have to do is set this touch event right here. Trigger player touch, boom, battle processing, throw the boss in, apply, switch to turn the page over. And boom, there it is. All you have to do now is walk down this hallway, touch that square, and it triggers the boss event. So, and then the boss event will be over and your character will still be standing here and they can't go back into the room. So if you just can't always make a map, or you don't have time to do something and you just want to trigger a fight anyways, that's how you do it. And so those are the boss battles, and you're going to want to have a few of those throughout the game and mix up the encounters. Some of them are fun to have to walk up and see the events. I really like doing the one I did down here. You could even add a sound effect on this one where he says, wait, what is this? Listen to some of these sound effects. So if you go to play sound effects, there's all kinds of darkness ones. It's Halloween sounding, right? But there's like a growl. It's pretty creepy. And then there's monster ones. That one's pretty good. Oof, winner. Sounds like Ernie with indigestion. Let's go with that one. So all you do is put that in there. I'm going to put a weight of 120. And then I'm going to play that exact same sound right after. So it's going to play the sound, wait, play the sound again. So let's try it and then we'll be done. Let's just play it. So we're going to ignore that one and just walk over here. Screen shake. So I'll probably need to leave a longer break in there to get the second sound in, because the sound was too long and it couldn't play it. And so what you would also have to do is the weight that you threw in there, I'm going to throw it again right here. And so it actually gives the time to play the sound. So there's a couple different boss encounters, that's how you do them. Use these and mix up. They don't always have to be boss encounters, they can be enemy encounters too. So if you have like a specific bug enemy or something, maybe when your characters are walking up to things trying to find treasure or something, maybe a bug emerges instead, or some weird animal or something. That will keep people guessing, and it will increase the depth of your game, and it'll make it more surprising when people are trying to find things. And that's it.